Good afternoon all. Today we will discuss fuel injection system used in IC engines. The fuel injection system plays a vital role in IC engine. For a diesel engine it is important since we don't have the spark plug in CI engine. We are increasing the compression ratio of that engine. Before going to study the detail of fuel injection system, that is the requirement of fuel injection system, component of fuel injection system, let us see some diesel engine facts which are there for which we are using the fuel injection system. Diesel engine is a type of internal IC engine in which the fuel is ignited by using suddenly exposed to a high temperature and pressure of a compressed gas containing oxygen. That is, we are increasing the compression ratio of that इंजन एज इन केस ऑफ पेट्रोल इंजन में जो हम स्पार्क प्लग यूज़ करते हैं वैसा यहाँ नहीं है. वी आर यूजिंग इंक्रीजिंग द टेम्परेचर एंड प्रेशर ऑफ दिस इंजन बाय increasing the compression ratio. Now this is known as a diesel cycle after German engineer Rudolf Diesel, who invented in 1992 and got patent in 1893. Now the facts are, in initial CI engines were large and slow. Heavy distillate petroleum was forced into the cylinder using compressed air. Robert Bosch began producing injection system in 1927. That is, the invention of fuel injection system was from Robert Bosch from 1927. Now CI versus SI engine. The SI engine draw the fuel into the air into the cylinder. Now for CI engine, fuel must be injected into the cylinder at the desired time of combustion in CI engine. In SI engine, air intake is throttled to SI engine, no throttling in CI engine. Compression ratio must be high enough to the CI engine. There should be low for the SI engine. Flame front in SI engine is smooth and controlled. For CI engine, combustion is rapid and uncontrolled at the beginning. Another fact are, in diesel engine, in very cold and weather, diesel fuel thickens and increases the viscosity and forms wax crystals or a gel. This can make it difficult to fuel injector to get fuel into the cylinder in an effective manner, making cold weather start difficult at times. Through recent advances, diesel fuel technology have made these difficulties rare. Another fact is, a common method to electrically heat the fuel filter and fuel lines. Other engines utilize small electrical heaters called as glow plugs inside the cylinder to warm the cylinder prior to starting. Now, a small number of use resistive grid heaters in the intake manifold to warm the inlet air until the engine reaches operating temperature. Now, the diesel engine facts are nothing but a vital component of any diesel engine system is a governor which limits the speed of the engine. Older governors were driven by the gear from which engine take the power supply. Now modern electrically controlled engine achieve this through the electronic ECM, electronic control module, or ECU, electronic control unit. Now in addition to this, turbocharger or supercharger is used in engine, greatly assisting the increasing fuel economy and power output. Again, the higher compression ratios allows the diesel engine to be more efficient than the comparable SI engine. Now, applications of these diesel engines are, these engines are used in cars, bus, trucks, lorries, and small generators. Large electrical generators are driven by the medium engines, that is from approximate 300 to 1200 rpm. The largest diesel engines are used for the power ships. These engines have power output of near about 80,000 kilowatt, turn at about 60 to 100 rpm, and are up to the 150 meter tall. Now the requirement of a fuel injection system, which is our main part or main motto of this video, is fuel injection system. Now the fuel injection should be occur at a correct moment. This is the requirement, that is the moment or the time at which fuel injection is going to occur is important. Again, it should supply the fuel in correct quantity as required by the varying engine load conditions. Correct quantity of fuel should be supplied to the engine. Again, the injected fuel must be broken into the fine droplets. The spray pattern should ensure rapid mixing of fuel and air. It should supply equal quantities of metered fuel all the cylinders and all multi-cylinder engines. That is, for multi-cylinder engine, every cylinder should be provided equal quantity of metered fuel. No cylinder or no engine should be provided less quantity of fuel than any other cylinder in the multi-cylinder engine. Therefore, equal quantity should be given to every cylinder, and which is the responsibility of the fuel injection system. The beginning and the end of injection should be sharp in the fuel injection through the fuel injection system. So these are the some requirements, list of requirements for which we have to, we are expected from the better fuel injection system. Another, the elements of fuel injection systems are nothing but pumping element. The main function or motive or the work of that pumping element is to supply fuel from fuel tank to the fuel cylinder. Metering element, to meter out the fuel supply as the petrol load and speed increases. Distribution element, to divide the metered fuel equally among the cylinders. Timing controls, to adjust the start and the stop of the injection. Mixing element, to atomize and distribute the fuel within the combustion chamber. These are the four elements or five elements, important elements of fuel injection system. These are nothing but pumping element, metering element, distribution element, timing controls, and mixing element. Now, what are the types of injection system? Are nothing but air blast injection, in which the air blast injection system, fuel is forced into the cylinder by means of compressed air. That is, compressed air is stored whether in the your compressor or the storage compressor, or that is, compressed air is stored in the storage of the bigger compressor, and it is used for the injection of the system. That is, fuel is going to force with the help of this compressed cylinder into the compressed air into the cylinder. Now, this air blast system is little used universally at present because it requires the multi-stage air compressor, which increases the engine weight and reduces the brake power or BP, which is the important fact of that IC engine. Now, this method is capable of producing better atomization and penetration of a fuel, resulting in higher brake mean effective pressure. Though this method is capable of producing better atomization and penetration, since it is a bulky in nature, because we are using multi-stage air compressor for producing compressed air, this type of fuel injection systems are less used in today's life or today's automobile. Another type of fuel injection system is solid injection system. In the solid injection system, the liquid fuel is injected directly into the combustion chamber without aid of the compressed air. That is, no compressed air is used in this system. Hence, it is termed as a airless mechanical injection or solid injection system. And this type of injection systems are commonly used nowadays in different type of automobiles. Now, every solid injection system must have some units. These are pressuring unit, which is the pump we are using, and second is atomizing unit, which is the injector, that is called as the injector, with which these two works are to be done by these two different units. Now, solid injection classification are depending upon the location of the pump and injector. Where is the actual location of that pump and the injector? On that we are classifying the solid injection system, and the manner of their operation, that is how the operation is carried out for that injection system. Solid injection systems may be further classified as common rail injection system, unit injection system, individual pump and nozzle injection system, and distributor system. So let us see one by one what is this common rail and other type. Now, this is the diagram for common injection system. It consists of an injector, after that high pressure line, high pressure pump, fuel supply, header, and the other components. Now, in this common rail system, the high pressure pump supplies the fuel to the fuel header as shown in figure. This is your high pressure pump which supplies the fuel to the header, high pressure to the header, fuel header, and the high pressure in the header forces the fuel to each of the nozzle located at the cylinder. Now this header forces the fuel to each and every nozzle which are located at every cylinders. Okay, now at the proper time the mechanically operated or by means of push rod and a rocker arm, the valve allows the fuel to enter the cylinder through nozzle. That is, the valve times are set at this start at the mouth of the cylinder. According to that valve timing, the opening and closing of that passage for giving that high pressure fuel to the cylinders are operated. Okay, every cylinder has its valve timing, and after that, this through high pressure header, the fuel will be supplied to each and every cylinder individually. So this is the common method of fuel injection in the common rail system. The valve rocker arm, the valve allows the fuel to enter the cylinder through the nozzle. That valve allows the fuel to enter through the nozzle. Now what is unit injection? In unit injection, we are using here the pump and nozzles are combined in one housing. Okay, this pump, low pressure pump, and the nozzles are combined in single housing. No headers are used in this type of system. Each cylinder is provided with one of these unit injectors. Each and every cylinder should consist of unit injectors separately. Fuel is brought up to the injector by low pressure pump, where at the proper time the rocker arm activates the plunger and thus injects the fuel into the cylinder. The quantity of fuel injected is controlled by the effective stroke of the plunger. This amount of or the quantity of fuel injection is controlled by the effective stroke of the plunger inside that pump. Now individual pump and nozzle systems, this is the separate individual pump and nozzle say because it is called as individual pump and nozzle system because every cylinder is having separate high pressure pump and separate high pressure nozzles for each and every cylinders. That is, fuel supply of low pressure pump is given to the high pressure pump individually, which is provided at every cylinder, and this high pressure pump gives the pressurized fuel to each and every cylinder, and this working is on the timing or valve timing of that cylinder. Now pump in clusters are nothing but these are the this is different type of injection system in which the two high pressure pumps are in cluster or connected together, and power supply or fuel supply for that high pressure pump or high pressure line is given through the low pressure pump or low pressure line. Through the low pressure pump or through low pressure line, it is given to the high pressure pump or line, and this high pressure pump is then again provided to the high pressure cylinder or the individual cylinders. So let us see the difference between these two. In the individual pump system and nozzle system, each cylinder is provided with one pump and injector. This type differs from the unit injector in that the pump and the injector are separated from each other. That is, the injector is located on the cylinder while the pump is placed on the side of the engine. Each pump may be placed close to the cylinder and may be arranged in the cluster type injection system. The high pressure pump plunger is actuated by cam, that is cam and follower arrangement is used for the operation of this high pressure pump and produces the fuel pressure necessary to open the injector valve at the correct time. Again, the quantity of fuel injected is again controlled by the effective stroke of the plunger. Again, next type of the distributor system fuel injection system is this type of fuel injection system in which pump is used, a distributor system is used to distribute the fuel from coming out from the pump to each and every cylinder. These are the high pressure fuel is supplied to the cylinder. Now here the pump which pressurizes the fuel also meters and times it. The fuel pump, after metering the required quantity of fuel, supplies it to the rotating distributor at the correct time for supply to each cylinder. Since there is one metering element in each pump, a uniform distribution is ensured in the distributor system. Now let us see the injector pump and the other components: fuel injectors and nozzles. What are the fuel injectors that we are used? What are the types of fuel injectors, and what are the types of nozzles we are using in these fuel injection systems? Let us see. The quick and complete combustion is ensured by well-designed fuel injector by atomizing the fuel into the very fine droplets. It increases the surface area of the droplet, resulting in better mixing and subsequent combustion. Atomization is done by forcing the fuel through the small orifice under the high pressure. An injector assembly consists of the following component: needle valve, compression spring, a nozzle, and injector body, that we will discuss in next lecture. Thank you.